Good morning. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Happy Friday. Here's Laura with today's announcements.
Good morning. Today's Friday. No one was nearly excited enough about that. Let's try it one more time. Today is Friday. Thank you. April 5th, and it's a green day. A reminder that there will be no classes on Monday. For those taking the PSAT 10 or the SAT, please be sure to be in your testing locations by 7:55 on Monday morning. Anyone who is in walking distance or would like to stay after testing is invited to join the afternoon eclipse activities on campus. Please check your email for more information. Any international student wanting to take the May 11th TOEFL needs to register with Mrs. McCaffrey by noon today. See Mrs. McCaffrey in Colby 106 to register. Don't miss out on the St. Johnsbury Academy 2024 Talent Show tonight, starting at 6:30 p.m. in Fuller Hall. Cost is $3 for adults and $2 for students. Come see stars who cannot be eclipsed. The Student Athletic Advisory Council would like to congratulate Harry Gang on being named the Caledonian Record Boys Basketball Player of the Year. Congratulations. SAAC will meet today after school in Fuller Basement. A snow day, an eclipse, and a Mr. Camelio joke of the week. What could be better? I just read about this dog who ran 100 miles to retrieve a stick. I don't know about you, but that's pretty far-fetched. That was good. We have a lot of birthdays. A special happy belated birthday to Jacob Prokopets, who celebrated his birthday on Tuesday. Happy belated birthday yesterday to Hannah Albright, Emma Greenan, and Michael Seminara. A special happy birthday today to Dominic Warren from his friends. Happy birthday tomorrow to Grace Hagler-Ellis, Ace Irwin, Sophia Rizzo, and a special birthday tomorrow to Madeline Atkinson from her advisory. Happy birthday on Sunday to Laura Poneran and Harper Rutledge. And on Monday to Jacob Emerson, Sarah Roy, and Pablo Salazar de Leon. Happy birthday. After school, there's a unified basketball game at Milton High School at 3:30. Please dismiss the team at 12:15. Thank you and have a great long weekend.
Thank you, Laura. A couple of additions on announcements. One, please take an opportunity today, if you see members of our facilities staff, thank them for all the work. Many of us don't love a snowstorm in April, although I doubt there are too many who minded the day off yesterday, but the facilities team has to work extra hard on those tough snow days, so please thank them when you see them. Okay, a couple announcements about Monday. So as you heard in the announcement, and you've seen likely in your email, and we've had a few news blasts that have gone out. On Monday, those of you who are taking the SAT&P, SAT 10, you should have instructions on when to arrive. Please recognize that when the Boston Globe posts that St. Johnsbury is the best drivable location to see the path of be in the path of totality for the eclipse, a lot of people are coming to town, and then add to it, the New York Times did the same thing. So what we originally anticipated was possibly 50,000 people to the NEK, maybe as many as 4 times that. All that is to say that we don't know exactly what Monday will look like from a traffic standpoint, except that there will be high volumes of traffic and many people in town, and we know that about 5,000 people have signed up to attend what the museum is putting on down the street, which is awesome. So, but what I do want to say is, please, for day students, if you are not on campus to start the day on Monday, but you are within walking distance, or you want to be in the area, I would suggest that you come to the area early in the day, if you're going to be at a classmate's or friend's house, and then please join us in the afternoon. Feel free to walk down to campus. If you're a test taker, of course, feel free to stay on campus. You can join us for lunch. We do anticipate that testing will be done somewhere between 10:30 and 11:30 for most. So we kick off events in the afternoon at 1, and we'll have a viewing party, what Ms. Higgs has called a potty in the parking lot. So you're welcome to join us there at 3 o'clock. Okay, and now we have some members of the junior class to tell us about a fundraiser, so please welcome them.
Batter up. At the plate, we have junior Ella Blanchard. At the mound, we have junior Meredith Rogers. She throws the pitch. And grand slam.
I caught it!
What did you catch?
Drum roll, please.
I got a raffle ticket.
What's the raffle for?
It looks like it's for 2 tickets to a Red Sox game.
I can just picture the view from the seats now.
I want a raffle ticket.
Well, you can buy them from any junior class member. There's a Google form to fill out with your order.
And when can I buy one?
Luckily for you, the raffle has already started and will run until April 17th.
Now, how much will this cost me?
1 ticket is $5 and 5 tickets are $20.
So the junior class Red Sox raffle has already started and will run until the 17th. Tickets are $5 for 1 and $20 for 5.
Thank you and have a great day.
Great, thank you. And now with our next Eclipse presentation, please welcome to the stage Ms. Prevost and Mr. Jolliffe.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Continuing along with our eclipse theme for this week, I wanted to just offer you up an alternative to eclipse viewing. So many of you are going to get, all of you hopefully, the little viewing glasses, but you don't have to wear those to view the eclipse, or if you have some people around you or in your family that don't have glasses, that's okay. Some of your faculty members, your faculty teachers might remember in grade school wearing one of these on their head in 4th or 5th grade. So you can actually make your own eclipse viewing device, which my students know is a pinhole camera. So this object that I'm holding here for you is basically the rudimentary ancestor of your cameras that we have today. So basically all you need is a box, and it doesn't have to be this big. I've just grabbed what I had in the studio. So I've painted the inside of this one black, but again, you don't have to. What you do need though is at one end, make sure you've got something light. I've just got a piece of white foam core back here. On this side of the box is basically my aperture, or the pinhole. So I have a piece of flashing here, but the rough opening is about the size of a dime. So your opening on this side of the box can be anywhere from a pinhole. I wouldn't go any bigger than probably the diameter of a pencil. So basically you have your aperture here, and then you're gonna cut yourself another little viewing hole. Try to make your box kind of as light tight as you can. So essentially the way you're gonna view the eclipse with this is where your aperture is. If the eclipse is happening behind you, you're gonna put your pinhole behind you, and then you've got a little viewing lens here. So essentially you put your eye to your opening here, your viewfinder, and you're gonna have your own private little eclipse movie in your box, okay? So that is an alternative if you don't have glasses, or if you just wanna be looking in the opposite direction of everybody else. As much as I love photography, and I love that we photograph everything in our lives, I would really urge you to be present for this phenomenal event. So maybe take a couple of snaps. There are going to be pictures everywhere. Immerse yourself in this moment. Enjoy it. Feel it, hear it, listen to it. Be present. Enjoy Monday.
I'm sort of imagining for a second if all the natives were walking around with boxes and what the people from Boston and New York City would say when they saw us up here. Maybe we should try that. So did everyone enjoy yesterday's snow day? They are magic, are they not? Can we give a round of applause to the snow gods for showering us with their blessed powder? So I spent much of my snow day trying to think of some meaningful way to connect Monday's celestial event to my discipline, literature. And after failing all morning, I escaped in the early afternoon to the Barnet Woods to see what inspiration I might find there. Let's just say I spent more time in the woods than I anticipated. Fortunately, after dozens of underwhelming ideas, I recalled a poem that seemed both fitting to my dilemma and worth discussing today in preparation for Monday's eclipse. It's a poem that struck a chord with me when I was in high school and your age. Walt Whitman's When I Heard the Learned Astronomer is a concise poem spanning just 8 lines, and it's refreshingly straightforward. There are no convoluted metaphors or obscure references to decipher. It's a poem that speaks to us directly without any need for overwrought interpretation. As a high school student at a school where classes were primarily lecture-based, I related to the poem's narrator, who is disenchanted and disinterested by the academic minutiae presented to them by an astronomer in a large lecture hall, much like this perhaps. So the poem begins. When I heard the learned astronomer, when the proofs, the figures were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and diagrams to add, divide, and measure them, when I was sitting, heard the astronomer where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room, how soon, unaccountable, I became sick and tired. Perhaps you can relate to that experience. You might be doing so just right now. Whitman felt in our pursuit to understand the world around us from a purely academic lens that we had lost our personal relationship with it, and with it, some of our natural innate curiosity. What's so cool about the narrator is that they are not interested in learning. They want to learn and engage in their curiosity, but they feel stifled and tired and sick in a lecture setting where learning is transmitted to them rather than experienced or realized by them. The poem continues. Till rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself in the mystical, moist night air, and from time to time looked up in perfect silence at the stars. Some of the more profound moments, I just had one, some of the more profound moments of my life have been spent camped out sleepless under the stars. There's a magic in the world that cannot always be understood in academic terms, and sometimes when we give in to the natural world around us, we can start to see things in a more spiritual or philosophical light, as I suspect the narrator of Whitman's poem does when they contemplate the, quote, perfect silence of the stars. We've been talking much about the eclipse from this stage over the past week, and I deeply appreciate everything I've learned, not just from my peers, but also from all the coverage of the event. From all accounts, our local area will be inundated with people looking to share in the experience. So on Monday, I encourage you to be like Whitman's narrator and wander off a bit by yourself, find a special place to camp out so you too can look up and wonder at the perfect silence of the sky. And just remember, glasses on. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mrs. Prevost. Thank you, Mr. Jolliffe. Again, looking forward to Monday. It is a really special and rare occurrence, so we hope you get out and enjoy it with us or on your own with family. Hope you do enjoy it either way. As we close chapel this morning, occasionally there are things that happen on our campus that need to be addressed in a timely way. And while I don't have much time here with you this morning, I'd like to make at least a few comments. I know that in the last few days we've had something happen on campus that has been very disturbing to all community members. Some of you have been rocked to your core with anger, and you feel hurt by what you've heard and possibly seen. And so I do want to say the following couple of things, and you've heard this from this stage for those of you who were here last year. When we've had hateful things happen on our campus, you've heard us say that there are singular actions, or there are pervasive and repeated lesser behaviors that are simply not tolerated, and they could be grounds for a community member's removal, their separation from the school. So please know that. I also want to say that there's not a single administrator on this campus who wants to sweep issues under the carpet and avoid dealing with them. So with that, I also want you to please understand that there's process that goes into dealing with issues, and you will not always see what goes into that process. So I would ask that you would trust process and that you would trust what is happening at our school. But most importantly, the last thing I will leave you with is this. If you feel like you've been hurt to your core, you're angry, I'm not telling you not to be angry, not to be hurt. That's not a message that you'll hear. But the message that I would encourage is this: when you are angry and when you are upset and when emotions are very high, make time to make an in-person contact. Please do not write when you are emotional and angry and upset. Please come in. We want to hear from you. We want to talk with you and help you understand or gain a perspective that we may not have. So again, we'll hear more about this over the next days, but I wanted to leave you with this, and I wanted to make sure that you didn't go off this weekend without hearing some comments about what's been happening on campus recently. Juniors, I'm sorry, we'll start with faculty. Have a good day. And now, juniors. Sophomores. Okay, and just managing traffic, please, out this door, ninth graders.